Hey, I just want to quickly show you how to use your Google Cloud platform to create a Windows VM or to create a Ubuntu system that we're going to use throughout this class. Now, the first thing you want to do, you can see I type GCP console over here and it brings up to this page. You can sign up for free tier here. And the free tier will allow you, and I recommend you probably do that. The free tier is a 90 days, pretty much 3 months, um, and you have $300 for that period of time. You can create, you know, Linux-based, VM and so on and so forth. Personally speaking, I recommend that even before your free tier finishes, that you sign up for a real. You can even spend like $10, right? For the most part, you really never have to finish $10 for the entire semester if you manage it properly, right? Shut down the VM when you're not using it, and I'll go over that later on when I want to walk you through this session. But the most important thing is to make sure that you do have an account. Now, when you go to Google Cloud Platform here, it's going to ask you to log in. Now, to continue, you have to have a Gmail account. So, if you have a Gmail account, you create it. If you don't have a Gmail account, you probably want to go ahead and set it up. So, in this case, I already have a Gmail account. I'm going to enter it, and I'll go to this next one. Then I have my password here. Now, if my password is correct, very, very simple, straightforward. If your password is not correct, you probably want to make sure you have the right one. Now, be careful because if you do this too many times, your account actually can get locked out. Now, if you're not sure of your account, you can always change it. Come through this place again. Let's say have a different account, this one for example. And again, if I know my password, if I don't know my password, it will not go, right? If I know my password here, then I can actually say, okay, try another one. Well, if I don't have a Google Authenticator app, which in this case I do not have it anymore, I can say use other verification option. If you've set up your account with your cell phone, then it will send you a code. And in my case, now I'm going to look at the code that he's going to send to me. So now I'm going to try and enter my number here, which is going to be, and if I get it right, this should go straight. If I don't, then I will try again. We'll see what is what, and this is be correct. And you can see it brings me up to this page. I have some account created here a while ago in the past. To create a VM, you go to this navigation menu, go to Compute Engine, go to VM Instance. So you can see over here, signing up for the 300 credit. You can see I accept this. Go to the next over here. Yes, you can see that's my cell phone. Again, if you link this up properly with the payment information, it's going to ask for payment information. I could say start my free trial. If that happens to go through, then you get these welcome Israel and da 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 da. You can come over here. What describe your? I could say this is large. It asks you again what brought you to Google. If you don't mind this question, you can just go to next and next. What's describe your role? Call yourself an engineer. Again, this should be relatively straightforward. Then there's a couple of stuff that you need to realize. It's going to show you if you want to run virtual machine, you need to enable engine API. And once you do that, and I'm walking you through this so that when you see it in your own class, your own environment, this too sounds very, very familiar to you. And that's done, and you can see, I call my project test here. Remember, whatever you have here is more like a project. And every VM you created will be grouped inside a project. If you can, it's possible to have more than one, right? I had test of CBF 10.1 earlier on that was acting up, so create over here, and this is kind of just arbitrarily allocated top amplifier. You can disregard that. You can see, if I switch to this other area, I wouldn't see all the VMs that I put under this test. Okay, so now if I want to create a VM, I go to my menu over here, go to compute engine, go to VM, instance, and I can say create an instance. And when you do that, you should have an interface that will populate over here. I know why I'm getting issue with that, because one of my letter is upper caps. So careful about that. It could be a bit challenging sometimes. And you can look at the side over here. It's telling you what your monthly estimate is. That's if you leave it running. Okay. If you never leave it running, you may not even pay more than 10 cents. Okay. So again, be very, very careful how you use your system, what you do with it, and that is going to really be very, very important. Now, here's another one critical important, boot disk area. Look at the OS that's going to install on it. What if I don't want Debian? What if I want Ubuntu? Then you come over here and change that from Debian. Then you come over here and look for Ubuntu. And in my own case, I want Ubuntu here. I'm just going to select Ubuntu. If I want Windows here, I'm going to select Windows here. Here, I'm selecting Ubuntu here. And I'm just selecting the default. I'm going to say select. Go to next. And I'm going to go to create. Okay. So create. And it's creating. That's how to create Ubuntu. And if I want to create a Windows instance, same process. I can go over here and call it Windows Server. And I will just go through the same process over here. The only thing here is I'm going to change this one from Debian to Windows Server. Okay. And it will tell me it didn't change. And then you can go from that option to whatever it is that you want to select. So over here, if I want to select 2016, I'll just do that. Be careful about selecting a core because you don't have GUI interface for that, right? So if I want to just set 2012, that's what I want, I just select this. But avoid selecting core. Like I said earlier on, select this one, and then again it gives you an estimate, but it's an estimate if you run it. Once your system is no longer in use, shut it down. In that case, you don't incur any costs, as a result of that. Now I'm seeing some errors over here on my Windows server, and I'll look at it. Say Windows VM are not included in the free tier. That's one key thing I want to point out to you. Okay, and this is very much important for those of you who would want to attempt. Back in the days, GCP platform let you have a Windows account for free, but they don't do that anymore. So for those of you who want to use Windows, that's going to be a challenge for you. I want to point that out very quickly. However, if you want to use Windows, if you need to use Windows, and for any of the topic we're going to discuss on the malware analysis or whatever, you're not going to need Windows. Memory forensics, you're not going to need Windows. Security Plus, you're not going to need Windows. So all these security topics that we're going to touch throughout all these various sessions that we're going to interact with, you're not going to need Windows. But if you do need Windows, you can use your credit card. Again, it will be very minimal. I think for about 6 months in the past, I used maybe less than $10. Okay, all right. So just want to quickly point that out. You can even let it running, but I'm going to go ahead and access the Linux over here that I call security. Select this SH. Just click it once. When you click it once, you're going to see this screen that tells you transferring SSH key to the VM. That's part of the process. Let that continue to run, and shortly you'll be presented with an interface. And there you go. This should come up very, very, very soon now, and I'll be able to kind of begin to use my system. So now you can see the environment. I can type ls-l to list everything. You can see now I have my Linux platform environment. If I want to attach a file, very simple. I can just click the file over here, and I can say upload the file. And it will upload the file. Just have to point. Interesting. You can see now. Now, if I type ls, now I can see that picture that I just uploaded. And I can run some Linux command to it. And it tells information about that file. All right. Thank you so much. Let me know if you have any question, ping me. But this is how and what you need to know to create your VM and to get it running. Thank you.